Alright, YouTube. Got the review of the iPad, 16GB Wi-Fi. I've been playing around with this thing for about a week now. So I just thought I would do a review for you guys. So let's just get started. Press the home screen. Whoops. Alright, so I'm going to start from the bottom up. I have Safari, App Store, iTunes, iPod, YouTube, and the mail. So let's start with Safari. I gotta say, I like how it's the openness. I'm just gonna type in Facebook so I can show you. Hopefully there's nothing too nothing embarrassing in here. So Facebook has more of a desktop feel to it. Well, actually I should just say the internet has more of a hey, there's my video. Has more of like a desktop feel to it. You don't really need to zoom in at all. You don't need a mobile version. It's very nice, I gotta say. And let's go to them. Well, I'll show you Apple. Apple is extremely nice again. Like I said, you don't really have to zoom in. This text up here is a little small, but you really don't have to zoom in. So let's go to iPad. I don't have to zoom in and click on any buttons. That's what I really like about this nice screen. They made the internet very nice. I like it a lot. So now let's go into the App Store. The App Store is extremely nice. I like it a lot. Oops, I just canceled out. So if you go to this featured here, it's got a kind of like a bigger version of iTunes that was on the iPod Touch. Very nice. You got your account down here, App of the Week, Game of the Week, apps from iPad TV, the commercials, Game Center just for fun. Then you got your account. You can click on Redeem, Support, and Staff Favorites, and then you just keep scrolling over. Or then of course you can search, or you can do other stuff like that. iTunes is kind of the same thing, pretty much the same thing as the App Store. That's what I like about it. So you have kind of the same layouts. Down here you can choose between movies, TV shows, Ping, podcasts, audiobooks, iTunes U, and then your downloads right here. So very nice. App Store and iTunes Store. Then of course your iPod. I love the iPod on this. It feels like it feels like iTunes. So you have a library over here: podcasts, audiobooks, 90s music, classic music, music videos, my top rated, purchase, recently added, recently played, and top 25 most played. Then down here you'll have to add to a playlist the Genius button, songs, artists, albums, genres, and composers. I personally like going through genres because you get like this the pop-ups, so like alternative, country, comedy, electronic, hip-hop, holiday, pop, and so on. The only thing I have to complain about the iPod, there's no cover flow. I thought that with this huge screen, I thought that it would have utilized the cover flow so well. But the way I do it, let's press soundtrack, let's listen to some Aerosmith. So not bad speakers. This pops up. Now you can't switch. You tap on it, you press this little down arrow and it goes back. So not bad. And then you can press play. So I really like the iPod. YouTube is very nice. It's got more of a desktop feel to it. You've got featured, and let's click on here. So then you say you want to click on a music video, it'll load. So you got stuff in there, and then if you flip it like this, you can get to a full screen, or you can just click the button full screen, and then you click it, then you can zoom in. And then you got info, related videos, more from, and then comments. You also got top rated, most viewed, and favorites, just like on the iPod Touch and iPhone. But also now you have this subscription button. Now I haven't logged into my YouTube account yet, so I can't show you subscriptions or anything. And you can also log in your account and you can go through my videos, and then of course history. And you can clear your history. I only had 2 videos in there. Definitely I like YouTube. Mail, unfortunately I haven't synced my mail account yet, so I can't tell you much about that. But you can do Microsoft Exchange, MobileMe, Gmail, Yahoo, AOL, or other, and you would just tap it, and you would sign into your Gmail account, and it syncs it. It works just like the iPod and iPhone, except it's bigger. Let's go to videos now. Oh, let's go back out. So it'll split up. I have a couple music videos on here. Nothing big. I don't even know why I have them on there. And obviously, if you would buy a movie, you'd have another thing up here. But let's go to TV shows. I have the season of The Walking Dead on here. I don't know. Let's go to this one. So it's pretty quick. It's very quick. It doesn't take any load time. You can go on anything. Walking Dead is a very good show. I highly suggest you watch it. And then it just zooms back out. So if you had multiple TV shows, say The Office and and some other show right there, you could just zoom in right there. It's I like how they did it in terms of TV shows. Photos, I only have 3 photos on there. You can do they're just actually 3 of the same dog. You can do it by album. I only have 1 album on there right now. Slideshow, and then you can email. You can email, copy, print, or delete. So that's nice. Calendar is the same calendar. Nothing special about it. It looks more kind of like a book now. I'm not going to get into whole because there's really nothing about that. Same with contacts. Notes I think is actually more useful now that you actually have the iPad. Yes, I was typing kind of random things. So you can type, or you can flip it like that and type. And actually, when you switch it like this, you have your notes pop up right here, which I really like. So you can click on a note, and it would bring you to that note. I'm just going to delete this note because obviously I don't want it. And then it goes in there, and you can type again. You just top, and you click on it. Very nice. So let's trash that. And you can email them, trash them, change pages. More useful app this time. Maps, same thing as the iPad. I just actually was looking at my street. iBooks is a very nice app. It doesn't come pre-installed with it, but I'm going to do a review on it anyways, because as soon as you open up the App Store, it prompts you to download it. When you get it, for some reason they give you Winnie the Pooh for free. Not really sure why, but okay. But I downloaded The Art of War. It was free. Most classics are free now at the bookstore. So you could just flip pages like this, or you can just tap it. Whoops, tap. I prefer swiping it like this. Which feels like a book. But you can bookmark it. You can spotlight something. You can search something. So let's search war. So it'll go through and it'll highlight everything. You can change the font, change the brightness. You can also go back to the table of contents but still keep your page, or also your bookmarks. But then you can go to resume and it'll go back, or then you can go back to your library, and then to press the store, you just flip it around, and then it looks exactly like the App Store and iTunes Store, the way it's all laid out. So very user friendly in terms of the it's consistent. I like the library though because it kind of does look like a bookstore. It looks like a bookshelf, I should say. And actually, if you kind of tilt it up, like if you pull it up, there's actually an apple in the bookshelf. I think that's really cool. Very good app. Game Center is more like a social media site now. You can like invite friends to play a game. It shows your achievements. Yes, my account is BigDaddyGamingINC. Only one of my games right now has, no, not every game you have has Game Center capability. Only one of my games does, and that's Angry Birds. And then you can invite friends, do all kinds of stuff like that. So those are all the apps. Oh, and I'll have reviews on some of these apps, not all of them, but some of the apps I will have reviews on coming up. it's very useful. It's one of the single-handedly, apart from like my TV and game consoles, but just by itself, it's like the best electronic I now own. However, I do suggest. I mean, okay, I put only 140 songs on it, 9 videos, 3 photos, and 18 applications, guys. I have 7 gigs left in this thing. The iOS takes 2 gigs right out because I started out with 14 gigs capacity. You can't see it because of the light, but it's 14 gigs. I highly suggest you get for the 32 gig, even though it is a lot more money. But all in all, it is a very good device. Oh, I forgot to show you the media. Oh, and of course you got Shirt's iPad and stuff like that, which is on the iPod Touch. I like the multimedia, the multitasking on this. So say, okay, let's go to Pandora really quickly. Let's wait for something to play. Let me actually turn this down a little bit. So if I did, okay, say I'm listening to Pandora, I can double click the home button and say I want to, I don't know, play Angry Birds, which is an amazing app. So I mean, you can still hear it. And then you got Angry Birds. You can play Angry Birds. Or you can go back, and if you don't want to go back to Pandora, you can actually, you can pause it, which is really neat. Whoops. You can go back to Pandora. You can change the brightness. Or actually, I actually found the orientation lock is. It's actually down here now. This one now is a mute. This whole thing, it's a mute. So it's a mute. Or the orientation lock's right here. See, it doesn't move back. Whoops. Or I can change it. And actually, I need to escape. So let's do the orientation. Sorry. It's